that was the one comment that when Jimmy Johnson drove our equipment, that was the one piece of feedback that he gave us, is that he had a non-motion equipment at home and couldn't put two laps together because always drove on feel.
Yep.
And to learn a new process and pick something up that he's not really been exposed to because of the amount of exposure that was happening in the simulation world during the 2020 to 21, those years, it was interesting to watch people who have just driven on feel not be able to pick up iRacing with a static piece of equipment at home.
Yeah.
Have you been in a lot of static non-motion technology?
I've been
and like how quickly were you able to grasp it? Like how long did it take for you to acclimate to it?
Well, realize my first sim was one that we developed, myself and another gentleman at Sonoma, back in 2012. I was driving sim stuff and coming up with sim stuff before it was popular. He would write code. I'd tell him what this feels like reality. He'd write code. I'd feel, this is good, this is bad, let's change this, let's do this, and that's how we move forward. We did have the access for very limited motion, but all of it was the wrong motion, so it felt like the car was broken. So you shut that system down. There was force feedback wheels that weren't very good, so you ran without force feedback because it's doing things you don't want it to do at the wrong time. And when I can tell you, as a professional race car driver, if things aren't happening the way they should, the first thing you'd want to do is either turn it off or get out of it. And because it's frustration. I mean, because I know what reality, that's what you're working on today, is the reality of what should this feel like getting around Daytona? What should this feel like at Watkins Glen? What should this feel like at Nürburgring? And I can come away from it as a driver going, oh yeah, that's dang close. I mean, so my brain is thinking it's reality. Disclaimer, I would be, if I was training for a race, I'd have gloves on, suit on, helmet on, the whole thing, to really get that next level of immersion. But for doing what we're doing here, getting that opportunity to fine-tune the yaw and the heave and some of the other aspects, getting your brain to think that it is immersed, that's key. At the end of the day, that's what you need from sims. And when you can't get that, it becomes incredibly frustrating, and then it's like, I'm out. I don't even want to get in that thing again.